There comes a moment in every person's life when pain becomes the teacher, when it no longer whispers but screams. That moment when you look in the mirror and realize you cannot live another day carrying the same weight, the same excuses, the same empty promises you made to yourself. Pain is not your enemy. It is the alarm clock of the soul. It shakes you from comfort and demands that you face your truth, the truth that you have settled, the truth that you have allowed fear to decide your future, the truth that the person you were meant to become is buried beneath years of hesitation and doubt. Pain rips that truth open. It exposes the parts of you that you tried to hide behind smiles and distractions. And in that raw exposure, you find power. Pain is not here to destroy you. It is here to rebuild you. Every great transformation in history was born through suffering. No one grows in comfort. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. When life hurts, when everything seems to collapse around you, that is life's way of breaking the shell that holds your potential hostage. You can cry, you can scream, you can fall to your knees, but never misunderstand what that pain means. It means something inside you is still alive, still fighting, still hungry to rise again. Pain is proof that your heart still believes there is more to your story. It is the fire that burns away weakness until only strength remains. When you feel pain, do not run from it. Stand in it. Look it in the eyes and say, I am not afraid of you because I know you came to wake me up. Most people spend their lives waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. They tell themselves, I will start when I feel ready. I will move when things get easier. I will act when the time is right. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There is only now. Every second you wait, the fire inside you fades a little more. Every delay feeds your fear and starves your destiny. The present moment is all you have. It is the battlefield where your dreams are won or lost. Tomorrow is a promise that might never arrive. Yesterday is gone and cannot be changed. What you hold in your hands right now is the power to choose, the power to take one step forward even when you cannot see the whole road. That single step taken today can rewrite an entire future. The reason most people fail is not lack of potential, it is lack of action. They talk about their dreams. They plan and prepare, but they never move. They are trapped in the idea of someday. Someday I will start. Someday I will try again. Someday I will change. But someday is an illusion created by fear to keep you comfortable in inaction. Napoleon Hill said that the only limitations you have are the ones you set in your own mind. The moment you stop waiting and start acting, the moment you take control of your time, that is when momentum begins. Greatness does not wait for permission. It rewards the ones who step forward when others hesitate. Now is not just a moment in time. It is the gateway to everything you ever wanted. Every success story begins with a decision made in the present. You do not need to have it all figured out. You just need to begin now. Desire is the heartbeat of all achievement. It is not a soft wish or a passing thought. It is the fire that lives in your chest, the force that refuses to let you sleep until you move toward your dream. Without desire, there is no power, no drive, no reason to rise after you fall. It is desire that separates those who dream from those who do. Napoleon Hill said every great success begins with a burning desire, a desire so strong that it consumes doubt and fear. When that fire burns inside you, it becomes the voice that tells you to keep going when everything else says stop. It pushes you to stay up late, to work harder, to learn more, to fight longer. It makes you obsessed with progress and allergic to excuses. Desire is not born from comfort. It grows in the soil of hunger and pain. The people who changed the world are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who were desperate to escape ordinary. They felt the emptiness of a wasted life and decided that they would rather be broken chasing their dream than safe doing nothing. That is what desire does. It turns pain into purpose and fear into fuel. When your desire burns strong enough, you stop asking how and start doing. You stop waiting for motivation and begin to move through discipline. Desire does not care about obstacles. It does not see failure as the end. It only sees the next opportunity to rise again. That is why people with burning desire are unstoppable. They will crawl through pain, walk through fire, and climb through fear just to see the light of their vision become real. Desire is the invisible force that bends reality. When you want something deeply enough, your mind begins to attract ideas, energy, and people that align with your dream. That burning inside you is not random. It is the signal of your destiny calling your name, asking if you are ready to claim it. There comes a time when you must face the version of yourself that keeps you small, the version built on fear, doubt, and hesitation. That old self is made of habits that drain your spirit and beliefs that limit your power. It whispers that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not ready. But if you ever wish to rise, you must destroy that voice completely. You cannot build a new life while holding on to the one that broke you. Transformation demands sacrifice. You have to burn the old patterns that chain your growth. Every lie you told yourself, every excuse you made, every weakness you protected must die. The old self clings to comfort because comfort feels safe, but safety is the graveyard of potential. To evolve, you must let go of who you were, even if it hurts, even if it feels like losing everything. Napoleon Hill said, "You cannot climb to new heights with the same mind that created your limits." Your old identity was built for survival, not for greatness. It was shaped by fear of rejection and need for approval. It kept you trapped in a cycle of almost successful, almost happy, almost fulfilled. That life is not meant for you anymore. Destroying the old self means facing the truth head on. You must confront the moments you gave up, the dreams you abandoned, the people you blamed. You must look into your own eyes and admit that the person in the mirror is the only one standing in your way. It is not the world that limits you, it is the belief that you cannot change. You have to shed that skin layer by layer. Replace doubt with discipline, fear with courage, weakness with hunger. Every time you act with strength, the old self loses power. Every time you choose growth over comfort, the old self begins to fade. And as it fades, your true power begins to rise from beneath the ashes. You have to understand this truth deep in your bones. No one is coming to save you. No one will hand you the life you dream of. No one will lift you from the pain you hide inside. The world will not pause for your struggles. It will not bend to your excuses. The only person who can change your story is you. The day you accept that truth is the day you take back your power. Most people spend their lives waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for a savior who will never arrive. They live in a fantasy where help is coming someday. But someday never comes. Help is not coming, because help is already here inside you, in your will, your discipline, your fight. Every time you look outside yourself for rescue, you weaken the warrior within. Napoleon Hill taught that self-reliance is the foundation of greatness. The strongest souls are built through struggle, through lonely nights, through battles fought in silence. They do not wait for motivation, they create it. They do not wait for chances, they make them. You have to understand that your life changes only when you decide to move without applause, without support, without anyone telling you that you can. No one can feel your hunger the way you do. No one can fight your battles. No one can carry your dreams because they were not given that vision you were. You were chosen to walk that road alone because it will shape you into the person strong enough to live your purpose. The pain of walking alone is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts forever. Every champion, every leader, every success story began with a decision to stand up when no one else would. When you stop waiting for someone to believe in you and start believing in yourself, the world begins to change. The power to rise was never out there, it was always in your hands, waiting for you to claim it. The universe does not move for the weak-hearted. It listens to the language of courage. It watches for the moment when a person stops speaking about dreams and begins to live them. The world bends to those who act with fearless intention. Every time you take a bold step, the universe takes 10 toward you. Every time you walk through fear, instead of running from it, life opens a new door that was invisible before. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move while fear screams in your ear. The brave are not born brave. They are made through pain, through rejection, through endless failure. They keep showing up when others walk away. They stand tall in storms that break ordinary souls. The universe sees that kind of spirit, and it responds. It begins to align opportunities, people, and moments that seem like miracles. But they are not miracles. They are rewards for courage. Napoleon Hill said that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief without action is empty. The universe honors movement, not waiting. When you act with conviction, the energy of life rearranges itself to match your intention. That is why the bold succeed. Not because they are lucky, but because they declare to the world, I am ready and I will not turn back. The brave understand that risk is the price of greatness. They are willing to lose comfort for growth, to walk alone for purpose, to face rejection for truth. Their courage becomes a signal to the universe that they are serious about their destiny. And once that signal is sent, nothing can stop what follows. Doors begin to open, people begin to appear, and paths begin to unfold that were once hidden in the dark. The universe does not reward those who hesitate, it rewards those who dare. It waits for the moment when you step beyond fear and act from the soul, when you trust your vision enough to chase it, even when you cannot see the finish line. That is when life itself begins to conspire in your favor, because the universe always obeys the brave. Faith is the unseen power that moves mountains. It is the inner voice that whispers, keep going, when everything around you screams, stop. Faith is not blind belief. It is the deep knowing that even when you cannot see the path, your steps still matter. It is the force that turns thoughts into things and dreams into destiny. Without faith, desire fades and action dies. With faith, even the impossible begins to bend toward you. Napoleon Hill said that faith is the head chemist of the mind. It is the element that transforms ordinary thoughts into a burning force of creation. When you believe with every fiber of your being, the universe responds in ways that defy logic. Faith is energy. It is movement. It is the unseen current that carries you through the darkness toward the light of your purpose. Most people lose faith when results do not come quickly. They think the delay means failure, but delay is not denial. The universe tests the strength of your belief before it delivers your reward. Faith is not proven when everything is easy. Faith is proven when everything falls apart and you still choose to rise. When you still choose to say, I will not give up because I know my time will come. Faith does not ask for proof, it asks for commitment. It asks that you trust your vision even when others laugh at it. It asks that you keep working when no one is watching. It asks that you hold the picture of your dreams so clearly in your mind that no failure, no rejection, and no delay can erase it. That is what true faith looks like. It is not fragile, it is fire. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. Everything you can see once existed only in someone's mind. Every building, every song, every invention, every victory started as a thought powered by faith. The same power lives within you. When your belief becomes unshakable, you step into alignment with the creative force of the universe, and that is when life begins to shape itself around your vision. Discipline is the invisible bridge between dreams and reality. It is the quiet force that works long after motivation fades. Motivation may start the journey, but discipline keeps it alive when the fire weakens, when the world grows silent, when no one is cheering for you. Discipline is not glamorous. It is repetition. It is sacrifice. It is doing what needs to be done, even when every part of you wants to quit. Napoleon Hill said that the successful man forms the habit of doing what failures do not like to do. That is the essence of discipline. It is not about desire. It is about decision. It is about saying, I will rise even when I am tired. I will show up even when I do not feel ready. Discipline is not emotion, it is character. It separates those who wish from those who win. The disciplined mind is powerful because it cannot be controlled by weakness. It has learned to silence distractions and obey purpose. Each small act of consistency builds strength. Each day you stay committed when you could have walked away becomes another brick in the foundation of greatness. People look at success and see glory, but what they do not see are the countless days of repetition behind it. Discipline means doing the work when no one is watching. It means mastering the art of focus in a world built to break your attention. It means saying no to comfort and yes to growth again and again until success becomes your nature. Discipline is not punishment, it is liberation. Because once you master yourself, you master your destiny. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you send a message to the universe that you are serious about your dream, that you will not be moved by excuses or emotions, that you are willing to pay the price greatness demands. Discipline sharpens your mind, strengthens your spirit, and shapes your future. It is the force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results and turns potential into power. Everything that exists in your life right now began first as a thought. Every achievement, every failure, every dream, and every limitation started in the mind. Your mind is not just a place where ideas live. It is the workshop of your destiny. What you think about most, you move toward. What you believe about yourself, you become. The mind is a magnet constantly attracting experiences, people, and circumstances that match your dominant thoughts. Napoleon Hill said that whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Those words are not poetry, they are law. If you fill your mind with fear, you will create more reasons to be afraid. If you fill it with faith, you will create more doors of opportunity. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. When your mind changes, everything around you begins to follow. Your thoughts are the architects of your life. They build or destroy with every choice you make. When you think small, you shrink your potential. When you think with power, you expand your reach. The mind does not care what you plant inside it. It will grow whatever seeds you feed it. Feed it doubt, and you will harvest regret. Feed it vision, and you will harvest greatness. Most people never learn to control their mind. They let fear lead the way. They let failure define them. But your mind can be trained. It can be shaped. It can become your greatest weapon if you learn to direct it. Every time you choose a powerful thought over a fearful one, you rewrite your reality. Every time you choose focus over distraction, your mind becomes stronger. The mind is limitless, but only when you learn to master it. You must guard it like a treasure, protect it from negativity and scarcity. Fill it daily with truth, with purpose, with faith. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. If you can change your thinking, you can change everything. Persistence is the heartbeat of success. It is the force that refuses to die when everything else has given up. It is the strength that keeps you moving when the road is long, dark, and lonely. Most people quit when life gets hard, but the persistent ones, they keep going. They push one more time, they fight one more day, they rise one more morning after failure has crushed them to the ground. That is what separates winners from dreamers. Napoleon Hill said that persistence is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. It is the element that hardens your will, that turns ordinary effort into unstoppable power. Every obstacle you face is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to test how much you truly want what you say you want. When the door closes, the persistent mind does not wait. It finds another way or builds a new door. Persistence does not ask for comfort. It does not need applause. It grows in silence, in the grind, in the unseen hours where nobody believes in you but you. It thrives on rejection and feeds on failure because every setback is proof that progress is happening. Each time you fall and rise again, you become stronger, more focused, more dangerous. The universe respects those who refuse to quit. There will be times when your effort feels invisible, when no one notices how hard you are trying, when nothing seems to move in your favor. That is where most people stop, but not you, because you understand that persistence is not about quick results. It is about consistency. It is about planting seeds every day, knowing that one day the harvest will come. Persistence builds momentum, and momentum builds miracles. The moment you decide that quitting is no longer an option, the game changes. Life begins to bend in your favor, not because it got easier, but because you became unbreakable. Every great achievement you admire, every success you dream of, was built on the same foundation, the relentless power of persistence. Vision is the light that guides you through darkness. It is the image that lives in your mind long before the world can see it. Vision is not a dream you visit when life feels good. It is the truth you hold on to when life falls apart. The stronger your vision, the less power your obstacles have. Because vision gives meaning to pain, direction, to struggle, and purpose to every step you take. Napoleon Hill said that the starting point of all achievement is desire, but desire alone is not enough. It must evolve into vision, a clear and burning picture of what you are becoming. Without vision, effort is scattered energy wasted in every direction. Vision focuses your power like a laser cutting through fear and doubt. When your vision is clear, you stop being distracted by noise and begin moving with purpose. Most people lose because they cannot see beyond the moment. They let circumstances dictate belief. They change direction every time things get hard. But those with vision stand firm. They see beyond the storm. They see the future so clearly in their mind that no failure can erase it. Vision is not fantasy. It is faith in motion. It is the ability to live in the reality of what you are building long before it exists. An unshakable vision must live inside you like breath. You must see it every morning when you wake up and every night before you sleep. You must build it in your imagination until it feels more real than your current reality. Because what you hold in your mind long enough, you will hold in your hands. That is the power of vision. It commands your thoughts, directs your habits, and aligns your energy with your destiny. When people laugh at your dream, it is because they cannot see what you see. Do not expect them to. Your vision was not given to them, it was given to you. Protect it, feed it, guard it from negativity, because vision is fragile when you begin, but it grows stronger with every action, every sacrifice, every step forward. Once your vision becomes unshakable, no force on earth can stop you from turning it into reality. Failure is not the end, it is the beginning of understanding. It is life's most honest form of education. Every time you fall short, every time you face rejection, every time something breaks apart, it reveals a lesson that success could never teach you. Most people fear failure because they think it means defeat. But the truth is, failure is a mirror showing you exactly what must change before you rise again. Napoleon Hill said that every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Those words are not theory, they are truth. The people who win are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who learn from every mistake and use it as fuel. Failure refines your vision, sharpens your hunger, and strengthens your spirit. It breaks your ego so your wisdom can grow. Every successful person you admire has a trail of failures behind them. They were told no, they were laughed at, they were underestimated. But instead of running from the pain, they studied it. They asked, what is this trying to teach me? What skill must I develop? What weakness must I kill? Failure became their compass, showing them where they needed to evolve. When you fail, you are being tested. Life is asking, how much do you really want this? How strong is your belief? How deep is your desire? The easy road never builds strength. Failure does. It humbles you, but it also empowers you. It strips away false confidence and builds resilience that cannot be shaken. Every fall becomes a foundation for the rise that follows. Failure is not your enemy, it is your mentor. It gives you the kind of wisdom that no book, no course, no speech can deliver. It teaches patience, it teaches focus, it teaches endurance. It trains you to value progress over perfection. Once you understand this, you stop fearing failure and start using it as a weapon, because each time you fail and stand again, you become sharper, stronger, and more unstoppable than before. The people you surround yourself with, the voices you listen to, and the energy you allow into your space are silently shaping the person you are becoming. Your environment is not neutral. It is either feeding your growth or draining your potential. Every conversation, every influence, every atmosphere leaves an imprint on your mind and your spirit. If you walk with the weak, you will inherit their fear, but if you walk with the driven, you will inherit their fire. Napoleon Hill said that every mind needs the influence of other minds to grow, and that no one rises alone. Your environment is like soil, and you are the seed. Even the most powerful seed cannot grow in poisoned ground. If your surroundings are full of negativity, doubt, and distraction, your dreams will begin to suffocate. But if your environment is rich with ambition, focus, and belief, you will rise faster than you ever imagined. You must protect your space as if your future depends on it, because it does. Look closely at the people in your circle. Do they challenge you to think bigger, or do they keep you small? Do they remind you of your strength or feed your excuses? Energy is contagious. The conversations you engage in, the habits you witness, the attitudes you tolerate, all become part of who you are. The environment you choose either expands your vision or blurs it. If you spend your days around those who settle, you will begin to settle too. But when you surround yourself with dreamers, builders, and warriors, your standards rise automatically. You begin to expect more from yourself because you see what is possible. The right environment awakens the sleeping giant within you. It makes you uncomfortable with mediocrity and addicted to progress. Changing your environment is not just about people, it is about atmosphere. It is about what you feed your mind every day. The books you read, the voices you listen to, the content you watch, all shape your mindset. If you want to transform your life, start by transforming what you allow around you. The world you build outside of you eventually becomes the world you live inside of you. Every storm you faced, every tear you shed, every silent battle you fought was preparing you for this moment. The moment you finally understand that everything you need has always been within you. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more excuses. This is your time to rise. Napoleon Hill said that the starting point of all achievement is desire, but desire alone means nothing without action. The moment you act, the moment you commit, the moment you decide that you will never turn back, the universe begins to move with you. You are not a victim of your past, you are the creator of your future. Every new sunrise is proof that you still have purpose, that you still have power, that you still have time to rewrite your story. So stand tall, breathe deep, and make the decision that changes everything. Because the truth is simple. The life you dream of is not waiting somewhere far away. It is waiting for you to decide. One choice, one moment, one act of courage, and everything can begin again. The moment you decide to change everything, the moment you refuse to settle, that is the moment you become unstoppable.